We're Kristen and Michael, and we are short-term rental hosts who document our lives, do a bunch of DIYs, and just kind of share what it's like managing our property out in the high desert.
But today we are going to be taking you on a little bit of a different journey because we are probably in the hospital about to give birth to our first kid. So while we take some much needed time off, we are throwing it out to our internet friends. We have been following their journey and it has been such a cool process to see.
Yeah.
Today,
we are going to have Kristie and Craig from Meena Lodge take over the channel. They're going to be sharing all about their project that they started in 2022 up in the Pacific Northwest, and there are deers and forests and all of the good stuff. So we're really excited to share them with you.
So we hope you enjoy this look inside life as an Airbnb host of Kristie and Craig.
I'm Kristie.
I'm Craig.
We own Meena Lodge. All right, I'm headed to the nursery to pick up 10 plants before we head out to Meena. We're supposed to leave in about 2 hours. I'm driving our new camper van, which I'm not very comfortable with. It's a lot bigger, longer, wider, taller. Hoping I just stay within the lines. But we have to do a little bit of planting because we had people buy the empty lots behind us. And we've heard they're starting to do construction or planning for construction, and our neighbors haven't found out yet what they're doing. And so we're just going prepared to plant these plants to hopefully eventually have somewhat of a barrier. We don't necessarily want to put up a huge fence because it just doesn't fit within the vibe of our space. We're set in the woods and it just doesn't feel great to fence in the property when there's so many deer and bear and wolf and coyotes going through. While I say wolf, we've never seen them, but we have heard them, and we feel very special that all these animals get to roam on our land. So we're going to try and keep it as open as possible and plant some things that grow really fast but are native to the area. Stopping at the grocery store and IKEA. It's typically how it works anytime we go to Meena to have a relaxing weekend with friends or family or just ourselves. We run around like crazy before we go. So that's what I'm doing. Next stop is IKEA. I'm picking up 2 cabinets that we can put in our guest room. One is lockable that we can store a bunch of stuff, and then the other is for guests. So Anna's right by the airport. Here is our road leading to our beach house. And there's Meena Lodge. It's always fun coming back after being gone a couple months. It's a little nerve-wracking too, just making sure everything looks good, but excited to check it out. Okay, it's always a surprise as a host. You can see that right in the doorway. 2 huge spider webs.
And 4 huge spiders.
4? I only see 2. Where's the other 2?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh gosh. That's your job. Not mine. So Operation Spiders first, but this is everything we have to unload. I mean, we just had guests 4 days ago. I mean, spiders can work quickly, but this is like a whole family. Oh gosh. We just turn around and go home. Ah! No, don't flick that too hard. Oh my gosh.
I mean, do we let them live?
Well, yeah.
They're huge.
Jeez. Look at that. There it is. Whoa. I mean, we're set in the forest to show you real quick. And obviously we have animals coming through here all the time. But for some reason, I don't think about big spiders here. All right. Time to unload. welcome to Meena Lodge. Gonna give you a quick tour. This is our entry room. Coats can get hung. We have a little bench at the front, little basket for dog goodies. And then it opens right into our great room. So our kitchen here, and then dining and living space. Generally where guests hang out, play music, eat, play games, make memories.
What's your favorite record?
Ooh, Noah Kahn.
Counting Crows.
Yeah, we have a list of records that we need to buy for here, but the ones that we have here, Noah Kahn. So we have plans eventually to put a fireplace in here that'll go under the TV, but for now, this is our cozy living room. We have a little bit of work to do on this rug. It has a few tears in it. And we have a rug on order that was supposed to be here this week, but we'll be putting it in next time because we had shipping delays. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths here. So this is the first bedroom, and then a small bath in there.
Some art done by a friend on the wall.
Her name's Army.
Here's the bathroom. There's the plastered showers that took a long time, but turned out great.
This is our utility closet. I won't open that because I bet that looks a little scary right now. And then this is our main bath. Again, we did a walk-in shower here that we plastered. This is just our more spacious bath.
Where are we going
I
next?
can't help but look at all the plants as we go through.
Need some water?
I need some water. This is the second largest room.
I like to think of this as the surf room, access to the outdoor shower for after your surf session and the hot tub.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
For some reason, we can't pull up the screen on the door, and it's almost like someone popped the lock off of the blind and then moved it up too high. So we're gonna have to do some adjusting there. Add it to the list. We have learned, as many of you have, that owning an Airbnb makes you learn a lot of new skills and troubleshoot things that you normally, I don't think you should stand on that you normally don't do.
We in business.
All right, finishing the tour off.
Outside?
It's our hot tub. This is always like moment of truth when we get here. Pine needles, but
Not as clean as we would expect.
we have a cleaner that comes every week. So we're never really worried that the hot tub is going to be gross, but we always just are worried about debris because people associate that with cleanliness. So there is some staining from the metal that was not there last time. Sometimes we're like, is it even worth having an Airbnb? But we always say yes. This is our outdoor shower that we use pretty frequently. I would say this is the best shower in the house.
Get a nice view, fresh air.
Best pressure. It's the hottest water that we have. And we love guests to do a quick clean before they get in the hot tub so that it stays clean for other guests.
The fun room, the bunk room. 4 adults in this one.
So these are 2 queens. And I have to say the top bunk is the most comfortable mattress in the house. It's a little bit smaller for just being in a bunk frame. And it's just super cozy. And then we have our extra linens aren't supposed to be in there. We have a new cleaner that's been getting trained, so we will follow up with that. And then this weekend, we are taking out this dresser and this whole space here and putting in built-ins because we don't have enough storage to keep all of our things, hence why there is overflow clean linens in the laundry hamper that we instruct guests at checkout to put their laundry in. So, all right, we gotta unload. I'm Kristie.
I'm Craig.
We own Meena Lodge, which is located in Oceanside, Oregon. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours from Portland, depending on where you're coming from. And we've owned this for about 2 years, maybe, coming up on our full 2nd year. So we built the house with a building company here at the coast, and we finished in December of 23. We did a full year of renting, and then this is our 2nd year, and just ending the 2nd summer. So we're excited to give you a little bit of a a backstory about how we got here, how we're doing as a short-term rental, how we're doing as owners of a short-term rental, and just excited to help Kristen and Michael out during this very special time.
That's right. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well-deserved break.
We can't wait to see your baby. We've been following along on your journey for so many years and become internet friends and short-term rental host friends and commiserating over things together. So it's very nice to be on your channel and have this kind of full circle moment because you gave us so much guidance as we built our house and as we prepared to be owners of a short-term rental. And thank you for that. And we're happy to be here.
I grew up on the ocean, and when I moved to Portland, you're not on the coast, and so I had a strong desire to get some land and space back near the ocean, and that's sort of what this turned into. It was a way to do it. Also love surfing, and we've got a couple good surf breaks right around where Meena Lodge is. Have something family and friends can use.
As Craig said, he's from a small town. His entire family lived together in Alaska, in a town called Craig, Alaska, same as his name. And he grew up with, I guess, 5 total, parents and auntie and uncles, and then all their kids. So just grew up around cousins. And one of the cousins he grew up with had a house here with his family, and we spent a lot of time in Oceanside and just really loved the land and loved being close to them. And of course, a year after we built, they moved to a different beach town, but they're still pretty close. I grew up going to the Oregon Coast all the time. My grandfather had a house in Manzanita, which is about an hour from here. My parents spent a ton of time there. My dad helped build it with his dad. When he aged, the family decided to sell that house. We were kind of devastated, just at obviously losing a family member, but just the fact that we no longer had land and a tie to the coast. So that kind of started our journey of trying to find the right piece of property. This entire space was covered in trees and shrubs and you could barely see it. But Craig came out here with his cousin and he was like, I think this is it. The price was right, the size was right.
It's a nice little spot. It's very sunny. It's surprising how often it is sunny and the weather just moves through Oceanside.
But we also thought it would just be a fun project that we could do together.
It has been successful for sure. I think it was really a stretch for us to create and build the space. I mean, it was very much a stretch for us when we did it, maybe even risky. But able to cover the mortgage, cover the bills, pay the people that help us make it go and run. What's been surprising to us, at least roughly 60% goes to bills and costs, and then 40% is able to go into savings for rough numbers. And so we think that's, successful. I think the main investment was the physical space and being here.
If you're a new short-term rental owner, the first 3 months is always a little dicey. We built this, we spent a lot of our time and money. We were here every weekend for 7 months. You go live and you're like, well, where are all the people? Until you become a Superhost and you've kind of like established yourself with reviews and stays, it takes a while to build it. And then after those first 3 months, we just kind of started to roll. It's been really successful for us, and we continue to, every time we come, we're like, oh, there's so much to fix or do. In the end, it's worth doing that, and so we're really grateful that we did. This weekend, my parents are coming to hang out, but we're gonna put them to work.
Yep.
And we'll show you the beach and some of our trails and other things around here. So. This is why we bought a new rug that was supposed to be here in time. We'll have to do some sewing and brainstorm what to do here. Everything look okay in here? Oh my gosh. This is not at all where this stuff goes. Oh no. It's always hard having a new cleaner. That's the problem. Okay, so we're hauling in a IKEA cabinet so that we can build some extra storage for all of our overflow, paper towel, toilet paper, cleaning supplies. And it's gonna live in the bunk room in this section. You excited to build an IKEA cabinet?
Always.
Every time. Ooh, this is gonna be nice.
It's good to have more storage, for sure.
Yeah. Give me an update where you're at.
We're almost finished and we have all these extra parts, which is perfect.
Very typical IKEA. Great.
Don't worry about it.
Just no one touch the cabinet too closely.
That's it.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Tell me about the doors.
You have the right size.
So we have to come back.
Yeah. No IKEA at the coast.
So we'll have an open cabinet, open shelves for probably a week or two. And then we'll come back with the doors and finish the project.
Well, it isn't that heavy. Trust those legs.
So this is our backyard, and we own, let's see, everything from where you see the tree and the shrubs behind me. We own that part of the land, and then everything this way. We just heard that all the land behind us, which there's 4 lots, which I'll flip the camera in a second, they are all pending. And so we don't know yet what's happening, if someone's going to build a house or a development. But along this strip, to get to the lots is a road that has to be built. So my mom and I are going to plant some wax myrtles along where the edge of the road would be if there is a road being built. Doing a little bit of preventative planting. We had back-to-back bookings for 3 months, and so now we're kind of playing catch up a little bit with the yard work. But yeah, we're going to get to work. So I feel like this gardening is very Kristen and Michael coded. Always what we see you guys doing, cleaning up your weeds and making sure your property looks great. And it's so much harder than it looks. And we've neglected our wild sanctuary here a little bit too much. It's been a busy summer. Next summer, I think we need to schedule some time to do landscaping. We're getting there. If you're wondering why I'm not using gardening gloves, I like to get the microorganisms in the soil on my hands, and it's good for you. And we also only have 1 grip. Here's our little fire pit area. We haven't cleaned that yet this trip. Usually we come down and scrub the chairs and empty the debris, but we'll probably do that later. And this whole surrounding area used to be covered in slough, and we're hoping it'll just regrow and we won't have to look at all this debris and clearing we had to do when we built our house. And then this is the little trail leading up to it and our little house. My mom's starting to water the plants we just planted. It's looking good. I mean, from the first year, things have definitely started to grow back, but we have a bit to go. But we just planted some really pretty wildflowers, a little more substantial than a wildflower, but they are good pollinators, and hopefully they'll spread a little bit and kind of fill in around the slough and the ferns and grasses.
You didn't tell me I was on video.
It's the best part.
I would have been a little more professional. We found these little babies. We're transplanting them so that they have a lovely home here by the fire pit so that everybody can enjoy them. We have no idea what they are, but they're going to be lovely.
They're lovely.
They're lovely.
Let's do it. Planted blueberries for them before, wanting them to have blueberries in the summer, and they ate the whole plant before it could berry.
I think initially, when we got the land, and then being able to camp on it, we stayed quite a few nights to understand like where the sun hits and how the wind blows, where the daylight falls, what trees to keep and what trees needed to be removed.
Where the patio should be.
Yeah, which was different than our initial thoughts once we spent a few nights camping on it. So I loved staking out, walking designs of the home and the floor plan in the woods, essentially. And then the second favorite one is when they came in and actually cleared the pad. This whole area, it's full of pine trees and fir trees, and it's beautiful, but underneath it is all still ancient sand dunes, which is not something you expect. And so when they came in and started the excavation, it's just this beautiful, pristine, kind of khaki brown sand.
My favorite memory, and it continues to be every time it happens, because I just feel so grateful and humbled, and is when people elope here. That just feels really special. It's something we had hoped for, but to actually have it happen and see the pictures and the videos, that just means a lot, so. Meena is the name of our street, so pretty basic, Meena Way, and we decided, we were bouncing the idea of like, do we want to be a house, a cabin, a lodge? And when we looked up lodge in the dictionary, it was a space for travelers to come and stay the night in their journey. Usually people associate lodge with a very big place, but in fact, it doesn't have to be. It's just a place that's comfortable and cozy for people to stay. So we loved how that flowed, Meena Lodge. And then when we looked up what Meena meant in the dictionary, it means fish. And Craig grew up in Alaska, but grew up fishing and being a fish cutter before he was a captain and a guide for guests in Alaska. Yeah, just Urban Dictionary, you can look it up yourself, but that definition was like, yes, that is what we want here.
I mean, it's a great name.
Right.
It's like this is the first independent business for us, so it wasn't, I mean, part of it was having our own space and being able to share it with family and friends, but then building a brand has been an education, building a successful business has been an education, the people that you partner with to make the lodge go. We've made amazing friends and connections, so there's a whole other side of why it became something we wanted to do and keep.
People always talk about finances when they talk about short-term rentals, and that is a very big part of it. It's very expensive to run. You have to make sure you're hitting your, nightly stays and all the people that help build and support this space and the bills that it takes to run it. But at the same time, you're meeting so many different creatives, so many different guests that are coming through from not only Portland or Oregon, but just all across the country, across the world. And we've just made really cool connections. And especially in the Portland region, we've met so many great photographers who have wanted to do retreats here or photo shoots. We've loved that so much that it kind of spurred us into thinking of starting our next business, which is what we're in the process of doing, which we haven't shared much about with a lot of people, and we're still building it, but we're working on building a beauty brand that just came from like being in this creative environment, working with influencers and photographers and videographers, and we were like, gosh, this is so much fun, and we loved growing a brand and growing the business. So, I mean, I was just at a gathering of a friend's house the other night, and I didn't know a lot of the women. It was just a collection of her friends and wanting to get people together, and they were like, whoa, you own Meena Lodge? Like, you have street cred. And it was just so funny because, I mean, people have eloped here, they've announced their pregnancies here, they've honeymooned here. Just that people associate our space in a very positive way, it's so heartwarming.
Yeah.
We're at our favorite spot at the beach. This is the bay right by our house. And there's so many fishermen today, which is so fun.
Salmon and crab.
Little bugs. It's my mom, Barb.
Hi.
Mom, what's your favorite part about being at the beach?
You. Spending time with my daughter.
Love that. What else though?
The sand, the fresh air, just the ocean itself. It's peaceful.
It smells amazing, it's beautiful.
Lots of seagulls out today.
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We can't wait to get up there. That has been a dream of ours to like get up there and actually go visit their place because it just looks so tranquil.
And we've been following them for so long, back since 2022, right?
Yeah, when they started this journey.
Thank you so much, Kristie and Craig, for taking over this video and giving us some time off. Everybody in the comments down below, give them some love. If you want them to start a channel, if you want to follow more about their journey, we will link all of their stuff down below. If you want to stay at the Meena Lodge, that will be linked down below as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. Press the like and subscribe button because we will be back next week with another video, so you don't want to miss it.